The life journey of Mr. Bean. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a man walking into a room. He says nothing, not a single powerful dialogue, no dramatic music, no heroic entry. Just a simple brown suit, a red tie, and a confused expression on his face. Within seconds, you start smiling. Within minutes, you burst into laughter. This is the magic of Mr. Bean. In a world where people compete to speak louder, act smarter, and appear more impressive, this silent, awkward, childlike man became one of the most recognized faces on earth. Today, let us travel through his extraordinary journey. Not just the journey of a funny character, but the journey of creativity, courage, and global impact. The birth of a legend. It was the late 1980s in the United Kingdom. Television comedy was changing. Audiences loved witty dialogues and clever scripts. But somewhere a young creative mind was thinking differently. That mind belonged to Rowan Atkinson. Rowan was not an ordinary comedian. He was intelligent, deeply thoughtful, and trained in engineering. As engineering, he studied electrical engineering before stepping into the world of comedy. But inside him lived a performer. During his university days, Rowan discovered something powerful. He had an extraordinary control over his facial expressions and body language. He could make people laugh without saying much. Slowly, an idea was born. What if there was a character who behaved like a child, who misunderstood social rules, who created chaos in normal situations, and who rarely spoke? That character became Mr. Bean. In 1990, the TV show Mr. Bean aired for the first time. The first episode introduced a strange man arriving from a beam of light as if he had dropped from the sky. He looked lost, confused, different, and audiences were curious. Unlike other characters, Mr. Bean didn't rely on jokes told through words. His comedy came from overconfidence in simple tasks, turning small problems into big disasters, acting seriously in ridiculous situations. Whether it was cheating in an exam, celebrating New Year alone, or trying to impress someone, everything he did became unforgettable. What made it special? It felt real. We all have moments when we don't understand situations. We all make silly mistakes. Mr. Bean simply showed them exaggerated. And people loved it. The silent power. Silent can be powerful. Mr. Bean proved that truth to the entire world. In most episodes, he barely speaks. Maybe a few murmurs, small sounds, funny whispers, but real dialogues, almost none. Yet his show spread to more than 190 countries. Why? Because laughter does not need translation. A child in India could understand him. An adult in Japan could relate to him. A family in Brazil could laugh together. His humor crossed language barriers. One of the most iconic parts of his character was his small yellow-green mini car. He treated it like a luxury vehicle. Sometimes he even drove it from the roof. Then there was Teddy, his tiny stuffed bear. Teddy was not just a toy, it was his friend, his comfort, his emotional support. Through Teddy, we saw his softer side, his loneliness, his innocence. Mr. Bean often appeared selfish or mischievous, but deep down, he was simply a man trying to survive in a world he didn't fully understand. And maybe that's why people connected with him. Because sometimes we all feel like Mr. Bean, lost in serious situations, trying our best, making mistakes, but continuing anyway. That is silent power. Global success. Success did not stop at television. Mr. Bean became a global sensation. In 1997, he appeared in the movie Bean. The story followed him to America, where his simple behavior created massive chaos in a big museum. The movie was a huge commercial success. Then came Mr. Bean's Holiday, a heartwarming journey across France filled with hilarious misadventures. Again, the world laughed. Later, the character was adopted into animation with Mr. Bean, the animated series. This allowed a new generation of children to grow up watching him. Merchandise, toys, posters, reruns, Mr. Bean became more than entertainment. He became a brand. But what makes this truly inspiring is that the original TV series had only 15 episodes, just 15. Yet those 15 episodes created decades of global popularity. This teaches us something important. Quality is more powerful than quantity. The man behind the character. Behind the funny face, there was discipline. Rowan Atkinson worked tirelessly on every detail, every eyebrow movement, every awkward walk, every pause. Comedy may look easy, but timing is everything. Rowan once said that physical comedy requires precision like engineering. Maybe that's why his engineering background helped him design humor so perfectly. However, playing Mr. Bean was physically exhausting. It required intense focus and energy. Eventually, Rowan decided to step away from the character, feeling he had explored it fully. It was a brave decision. When you create something globally famous, it is hard to leave it behind. But Rowan believed in growth. He showed that true artists evolve. Life lessons from Mr. Bean. What can we learn from Mr. Bean? Lesson 1. Your uniqueness is your power. He was different, strange, unusual, and that became his strength. Lesson 2. Communication is more than words. Expressions and body language matter deeply. Even if your English is not perfect, your energy can speak loudly. Lesson 3. Simplicity wins. The ideas were simple, everyday situations, but executed brilliantly. Lesson 4. Hard work hides behind success. Behind every laugh was careful preparation. Lesson 5. Don't fear being different. The world may not understand you at first, but if you stay authentic, they will eventually appreciate you. Mr. Bean didn't fight villains. He didn't deliver motivational speeches. He didn't try to impress anyone. He simply existed in his own awkward, innocent way, and the world fell in love. So, if you ever feel different, if you ever feel misunderstood, if you ever feel like you don't fit in, remember Mr. Bean. Sometimes the very thing that makes you different is the thing that will make you unforgettable. And that is the true journey of Mr. Bean. Personal and family life of Rowan Atkinson. When we see Mr. Bean, we see a funny, childish, and awkward man. But behind that character is Rowan Atkinson, a very private, intelligent, and calm individual in real life. Let's explore his personal and family life. Early life and background. Rowan Atkinson was born on January 6, 1955, in England. He grew up in a simple, disciplined family. His father was a farmer and businessman. Interestingly, Rowan was a quiet and shy child. He even struggled with stammering, speech hesitation, in his early years. But instead of letting that weakness stop him, he turned it into strength through physical comedy. He studied electrical engineering at Newcastle University and later earned a master's degree from Oxford. Before becoming a global comedy icon, he was a serious student with big academic dreams. Marriage and relationships. Rowan Atkinson married makeup artist Sunitra Sastry in 1990. Their marriage lasted for more than 2 decades. They had 2 children together, a son and a daughter. However, after many years, they separated and finalized their divorce in 2015. Later, Rowan began a relationship with actress Louise Ford. The couple welcomed a daughter together in 2017. Despite being a global celebrity, Rowan prefers to keep his family life very private. He rarely speaks about his relationships in interviews. Fatherhood and personal nature. Rowan Atkinson is known to be a loving father. He has always tried to balance his professional success with his role as a parent. Unlike Mr. Bean's chaotic personality, Rowan is calm, thoughtful, and serious in real life. He enjoys spending time with family, traveling, collecting, and driving luxury cars. He is a big car enthusiast. In fact, he owns several high performance cars and has a deep interest in automotive engineering. Life beyond Mr. Bean. Although the world identifies him mostly as Mr. Bean, Rowan has played many other roles in movies and televisions. He once shared that playing Mr. Bean required intense physical energy and perfection. That's why he eventually reduced performing the character. In real life, he is soft spoken and intelligent, very different from the character that made him famous. What we learn from his personal life: 1. Even funny people can be serious and thoughtful in real life. 2. Personal struggles like stammering can become hidden strengths. 3. Fame does not mean losing privacy. You can protect your personal space. 4. Education and creativity can go hand in hand. Rowan Atkinson made the world laugh for decades. But behind that laughter was a man who valued family, privacy, discipline, and growth. He shows us that success is not only about fame, it's about balance. You don't have to be loud to be powerful. You don't have to share everything to be successful. Stay focused, stay grounded, stay real. That is the quiet strength behind every great personality. How Rowan Atkinson's story motivate English learners. When people think about English learning, they imagine perfect grammar, fluent speaking, and long vocabulary lists. But Rowan Atkinson's journey, especially through his character Mr. Bean, teaches a completely different lesson. Let's understand how his story can deeply motivate English learners like you. First, you don't need perfect English to communicate powerfully. Mr. Bean barely speaks, yet he became one of the most famous characters in the world. Why? Because communication is more than words. Body language, facial expressions, confidence, and energy matter more than perfect grammar. For English learners, don't wait until your English is perfect. Start speaking, express yourself. Confidence comes before perfection. Weakness can become strength. Rowan Atkinson struggled with stammering when he was young. Imagine that a boy who struggled with speaking became one of the world's greatest performers. Instead of feeling ashamed, he developed his strength in physical expression and timing. Lesson for you: if you feel shy while speaking English, that's okay. Shyness is not a permanent identity, it's just a phase. Your weakness today can become your power tomorrow. 3. Education plus practice equals to mastery. Rowan was not just funny, he was highly educated in electrical engineering. He practiced comedy seriously. Every expression was rehearsed. Similarly, English is not magic, it's a skill. You improve by daily listening, speaking in front of a mirror, reading aloud, making mistakes without fear. Consistency builds confidence. 4. Language is a tool, not a barrier. Mr. Bean proved that humor crosses borders. Even if someone doesn't know English, they can understand emotions. This teaches us something powerful. English is a tool to connect with the world, not a measure to intelligence. You are not less because you are learning. You are growing. Confidence is more attractive than grammar. Think about this. Would you enjoy listening to someone with perfect grammar but zero confidence? Or someone with small mistakes but strong energy and clear expression? Most people choose the second. Rowan Atkinson's character teaches expressive communication. That's why people loved him. Maybe sometimes you feel my English is not good. Others speak better than me. What if I make mistakes? Remember Rowan Atkinson. The boy who struggled to speak made the world laugh. Your English journey is not about expressing others, it's about expressing yourself. Speak imperfectly, learn patiently, grow daily. One day you will look back and smile at the version of you who was once afraid, and that will be your proudest moment. Close your eyes for a moment. Think about the first time you felt afraid to speak English. Your heart beating fast, your mind full of doubts, your voice shaking. Now remember this: a shy boy who once struggled with speaking became the world famous Rowan Atkinson. Through Mr. Bean, he proved something powerful. You don't need perfect words to touch the world. You need courage, you need consistency, you need belief. Every time you practice English, every time you read aloud, every time you speak despite fear, you are building a strong version of yourself. Every sentence you try to speak is progress. Every mistake you make is growth. So don't stop, don't compare, don't quit. One day you won't just speak English confidently, you will inspire someone else to start. Keep going.